Hi, this is Rick Gray. I wanted to talk quickly about the Industrial Revolution and some of the bad things that it caused. It caused a lot of terrible things, but there's a lot of lies that are pervasive in our society these days that were born in the Industrial Age, and we are not in the Industrial Age anymore. One of those lies is the question, how is a good question. Well, I want to start a business. Oh, how are you going to do that? I want to create income. I want to create wealth for my family. How are you going to do that? See, how causes paralysis, and it's a really bad question on a major scale. The answer is 1,000 little hows. That's how you're really going to do it. How is a great question to ask on a micro scale, but not in a big grand scheme of things. You should be asking why. Think about that for a minute. Think about what you want to create. You know, Lewis and Clark were a great example. They didn't get a map until they got back. They did not know how they were going to get from St. Louis to the Pacific Ocean. They knew why they wanted to do it, though, and then they used that great formula I call 2.1 planning. I learned that from Chuck Blakeman, who's a great author and speaker. 2.1 planning says, where am I at now? Where do I want to go? So you have to have a why already. Why are you going to do this? Where do I want to go? And then what can I do right now? What's the next step? Not how am I going to get there? Who knows how you're going to get there? You ever done a business plan before? You say, look, today's January 1st. By December 31st, here's where I want to end up. Now, how am I going to do it? Well, that never works. Never works. It doesn't work that way. Life, business, your career is not going to work that way. You are not going to know how you're going to do it until you've already done it. So quit asking the paralyzing question of how. Nobody knows how. Ask, why do you want to do it? And then you'll figure it out along the way. Where am I at now? Where do I want to end up? What's the next step? What can I do right now that takes me in that direction? And then do that. And then you reevaluate again. Where am I at now? Where do I want to go? What's the next thing I can do? That's 2.1 planning. Stop asking why or how. It's a terrible question from the industrial age. Causes people to not ask questions. Causes people to not take action because they're afraid of being wrong. Have a great day, and instead of asking people, what do you do for a living, or how are you doing, ask them, why are you? They probably will look at you a little bit funny, but that's a much better question, the why.